Greetings! Mantare79 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days! Alrighty, let's get started. Pressing the A button now.
Vanguard Deer Days.
Loading game and proceeding. Here we are in the main menu, off to edit deck menu. And now in today's video, the deck profile I'm going to be making one for is Dragon Empires, Dragonic Overlord the End, D-BT11. Alrighty, let's get started. Selecting the deck, entering edit deck, and off we go. Here we are in the edit deck menu. And like I just mentioned before, the deck I'm building today's deck profile video is a Dragon Empires, Dragonic Overlord the End deck, made up of cards only available up until D-BT11. Okie dokie, let's get started. First we go to the filter settings and to pack, show only cards from D-BT1, Genesis of the 5 Greats, D-BT2, Brush the Legends, D-BT3, Advance of Intertwined Stars, D-BT4, Awakening of Chakrabarti, D-BT5, Triumphant Return of Brave Heroes, Festival Collection 2021, Festival Collection 2022, Promo Pack number 1, D-BT6, Blazing Dragon Reborn, D-BT7, Raging Flame Against Emerald Storm, D-BT8, Minerva Rising, D-BT9, Dragon Tree Invasion, D-BT10, Dragon Masquerade, Festival Booster 2023, and D-BT11, Rising of Heroes. Pack selected, apply filter, filters applied, let's get started. First up, the ride deck. And now for the ride deck. For the cards in this ride deck we are playing, Ride Deck, Grade 3, Dragonic Overlord the End. Skills, first skill, continuous as a Vanguard. During your turn, if your soul has a Dragonic Overlord, this unit's drive cannot decrease from card effects and it gets plus 5,000 power. Second skill, auto as a Vanguard once per turn. At the end of battle, this unit attacked. Cost, counterblast 1 and discard 2 cards from hand. If the cost and paid, stand this unit and it gets drive -1 till end of turn. Alright, Grade 3, Dragonic Overlord the End. 1 the ride deck. Next, the Grade 2, Ride Deck, Grade 2, Dragon in the Hollow. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is rolled upon with a unit with Overlord in its card name, call this card to rearguard circle. Second skill, action is a rearguard once per turn. If you have a Vanguard of Overlord in its card name, cost, Soul Blast 1. If the cost and pay, this unit and all of your Vanguards gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Okie dokie, the Grade 2, Dragon in the Hollow. We have 1 the ride deck. Up next, the Grade 1, Ride Deck Grade 1, Embodiment of Armor Bar. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is rolled upon by Dragon in the Hollow, cost, counterblast 1. If the cost and paid, search your deck for up to 1 Grade 1 card, reveal it, put into hand, and shuffle deck. Second skill, auto as a rearguard once per turn. When your Vanguard's attack hits, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Affirmative, the Grade 1, Embodiment of Armor Bar. We have 1 the ride deck. And next, the Grade 0, Ride Deck Grade 0, Lizard Runner Undo. Starting unit, skill, auto. When this unit is rolled upon, if you went second, draw 1 card. And confirm the Grade 0, Lizard Runner Undo. We have 1 the ride deck. And with that, we've covered the deck's ride deck. Next, let's get on to the Grade 3 lineup. And now for the Grade 3 lineup. For the Grade 3s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 3, Dragonic Overlord the End. Since we already explained this card's skills and card effects during the ride deck portion of the video, let's just skip ahead. For the Grade 3, Dragonic Overlord the End, we have 3 in the main deck. Next, the Grade 3, Dragonic Overlord. Skills, first skill, continuous as a Vanguard or rearguard. During the battle, this unit attacks a rearguard. Your opponent cannot call cards from their hand to Guardian Circle. Second skill, auto as a Vanguard once per turn. When this unit attack hits, cost, counterblast 1 and discard a card from hand. If the cost and paid, stand this unit and it gets drive -1 till end of turn. Okay, the Grade 3, Dragonic Overlord. We have 3 in the main deck. Next, the Grade 3, Force Ember Dragon, Red Exert Dragon. Skills, first skill, continuous as a rearguard or guardian. If your opponent's drive check or damage check revealed a trigger unit this turn, this unit gets plus 10,000 power and plus 10,000 shield. Second skill, auto as a rearguard. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, cost, counterblast 1 and perform all of the following. First effect, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. If you do not retire a card, draw a card. Second effect, cost, remove an overtrigger from drop zone. If the cost and paid, this unit gets plus 15,000 power until end of battle. And affirmative, the Grade 3 Force Ember Dragon, Red Exert Dragon. We have 2 in the deck. And next, the Grade 3 Normal Order Forbidal Stargate. Skills, first skill, Continuous, Regulus Piece. You may only have 1 Regulus Piece in your deck and use it a total of 1 time in a fight. Second skill, Order. Search your deck or drop for up to a total of 2 Grade 3 or Grade 4 unit cards with different card names and reveal them. Call all of the Grade 3 cards to rear guard and put all of the revealed Grade 4 cards into hand. If you search your deck, shuffle deck. You may also search for only 1 card. Confirm, the Grade 3 Forbidal Stargate. We have 1 the deck. And with that, we've covered the deck's Grade 3 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 2 lineup. And now for the Grade 2 lineup. For the Grade 2s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 2 Burning Horn Dragon. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is placed on rear guard circle, cost, counterblast 1. If the cost and pay, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 card of Overlord in its card name, put into hand and shuffle deck. If you did not reveal a card, countercharge 1. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. When your Vanguard of Overlord and its card name attacks, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Alright, the Grade 2 Burning Horn Dragon. We have 4 in the deck. Next, the Grade 2 Great Flame Axe of Ambitious Scales Cogaflan. Skills, first skill, auto. When this card is discarded from hand during your ride phase, cost, Soul Blast 1, and put this card into bottom of the deck. If the cost and pay, draw a card. Second skill, auto. When this unit is placed on rear guard circle, if your Persona wrote this turn, cost, counterblast 1, and retire all of your opponent's rear guards on the same column as this unit. Okie dokie, the Grade 2 Great Flame Axe of Ambitious Scales Cogaflan. We have 3 in the deck. And next, the Grade 2 Ardor Hatchet Dragon. Skills, first skill, Continuous as a Guardian. If your soul has a card of Overlord in its card name, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield. Second skill, action as a rear guard. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, cost, retire this unit. If the cost and pay, choose a Grade 3 card of Overlord's card name from drop and put into soul. Affirmative, the Grade 2 Ardor Hatchet Dragon. We have 4 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 2 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 1 lineup. And now for the Grade 1 lineup. For the Grade 1s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 1 Twin Buckler Dragon, Sentinel, Perfect Guard. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may only have up a total of 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel in the deck. Second skill, auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. If your hand has 2 or more cards, choose a card from hand, discard it. Alright, the Grade 1 Twin Buckler Dragon. We have 3 in the deck. Next, the Grade 1 Blitz Order Elementarius Sanctitude. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may only have a total up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel in the deck. Second skill, Continuous. You may only have 1 Elementarius Sanctitude in the deck. Third skill, Order. If your opponent's Vanguard has triple drive, this ability can be played without paying the cost. Play this to the cost of, discard a card from hand if your Vanguard is Grade 3 or less. If the cost and pay, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. Remove that card. Okie dokie, the Grade 1 Elementarius Sanctitude. We have 1 the deck. And next up, the Grade 1 Drag Ritter Mid-High. Skill, auto as a rear guard. When your unit stand by a card's ability, cost, retire this unit. If the cost and pay, draw a card. Affirmative, the Grade 1 Drag Ritter Mid-High. We have 2 in the deck. And next, the Grade 1 Drag Ritter Halb. Skills, first skill, Continuous. When this card be discarded from hand for the cost of the ability of your Vanguard of Overlord's card name, it may be regarded as discarding 2 cards. Second skill, Auto. When this card is discarded from hand for the cost of the ability of your Vanguard of Overlord's card name, call this card to the back row rear guard circle. If you called, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. And confirm, the Grade 1 Drag Ritter Halb. You have 4 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 1 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 0 lineup. And now for the trigger lineup. For the triggers in this deck we are playing, the Grade 0 Dragon D-BT King of Resurgence Drag Vita Overtrigger. Skill, trigger, additional effect. Choose one of your Vanguards and restand it. Alrighty, the Grade 0 Dragon D-BT King of Resurgence Drag Vita Overtrigger. We have 1 the deck. Next up, the Grade 0 Burning Flail Dragon Critical Trigger. Skill, auto as a rear guard. At the end of the battle, unit boosted. Cost, put this unit into your soul. If the cost and paid, choose one of your units, and it gets plus 2,000 power until end of turn. Okay, the Great Zero, Burning Flail Dragon, critical trigger. We have 4 in the deck. Next, the Great Zero, Blaze War Monk Sogyo, critical trigger. We have 4 in the deck. Next, the Great Zero, Flare Bell Dragon, draw trigger, skill, continuous as a guardian. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 shields. And affirmative, the Great Zero, Flare Bell Dragon, draw trigger. We have 3 in the deck. Next, the Great Zero, Stealth Fiend Tamarihime, heal trigger, skill, auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, if your Vanguard's grade is less than your opponent's Vanguard grade, this unit gets plus 10,000 shield until end of battle. Confirm, the Great Zero, Stealth Fiend Tamarihime, heal trigger. We have 2 in the deck. And next, the Great Zero, Blaze Maiden Rana, heal trigger. We have 2 in the deck. And with that, we've covered the deck's trigger lineup. With that, the deck's been built, Cardfight explains. For the cards in this deck we are playing, 3, Grade 3, Dragonic Overlord. 4, Grade 3, Dragonic Overlord The End. 2, Grade 3, Force Ember Dragon, Red Exert Dragon. 1, Grade 3, Forbidal Sargate. 1, Grade 2, Dragon Nightly Harlem. 4, Grade 2, Burning Horn Dragon. 3, Grade 2, Greenflake Axe of Ambitious Scales, Cogaflan. 4, Grade 2, Ardor Hatchet Dragon. 3, Grade 1, Twin Buckler Dragon. 1, Grade 1, Elementara Sanctitude. 1, Grade 1, Embodiment of Armor Bar. 2, Grade 1, Drag Ritter Bit Hot. 4, Grade 1, Drag Ritter Hall. 1, Grade 0, Lizard Runner Undo, starting unit. And for the triggers in this deck we are playing, 1, Over Trigger, Drag Vita. 8, critical triggers. 3, draw triggers. And 4, heal triggers. Alrighty, the deck's been built, Cardfight explained. Next, let's get on to testing out the deck. Here we are in the main menu, going to test out the deck, so going over to Fight menu, selecting CPU Fight, selecting the deck I just showcased to you, the Dragonic Overlord The End D-BT11 deck. All looks right, then selecting the deck. For my opponent, I'm going to test it out on, let's see, who would be a good choice. I guess my opponent will be... I guess I'll test the deck out on Kuro Minato, hard difficulty, and click. The battle begins. Let's get started. Here we are in the fight, gonna decide who goes first, so rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper, paper, one more time. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Scissors, paper, I win going first. Drawing our starting hands. I got a Persona Ride, a heal and critical, and 2 perfect guards. Let me see. With Bar's skill, I can search for a perfect guard, so I can just reshuffle all these, holding on to the Persona Ride, redrawing all perfect guards and triggers. I gotta guarantee myself a standard Overlord and a Ardor Hatchet Dragon. Come on, redraw! Cogaflan, Force Ember, draw and critical. I guess that's an okay-ish redraw. Ah, come on, seriously? My Overtrigger left the deck at the beginning of the game. So unlucky. Fine. Just gonna ride from the right deck, Embodiment of Armor Bar. Right deck cost, discarding Cogaflan. Discard and ride. Bar. Skill of Cogaflan. Soul Blasting 1. Soul Blast. Returning Koga Flan to deck and draw. Come on, anything but a trigger. Draw. Yes, Burning Horn. Then that's it for my turn. My opponent's turn. My opponent rides to Great 1. Tears Square Sorceress. Skill their starting unit. She draws a card. Battle phase. Vanguard to Vanguard. 8k. No guard. I need a counter blast, so here it comes. Drive check. Front trigger. Yes, wasted a trigger. Trigger effect is not useful in this situation. Out. Damage check. Ah, perfect guard. Come on. End of their turn. My turn. Come on. Draw. Ah, not another trigger. Are you kidding me? Ah, 2 criticals, a draw, and a over trigger out the deck at the beginning. Seriously. How can I be so unlucky at the beginning? Fine, I'm riding Dragon Knight the Harlem, discarding a draw trigger for the right deck cost. Right, Dragon Knight the Harlem. Skill bar. Counterblast 1. Counter blast. Search my deck for a perfect guard. Twin Buffalo Dragon. Adding it to hand. Battle phase. The Harlem attacks the Vanguard. 10k. The attack goes through. Drive check. Come on. Yes, draw trigger. Come on, draw something good. Draw. Oh, come on. Seriously, another trigger. That's all 3 draw triggers out before I even ride to Grade 3. Seriously? All attacks the Vanguard. How can I be so unlucky to trigger so early in the game? And Grade 2 out of the deck, one to worry about. End of my turn, my opponent's turn. Where is Ardor Hatchet Dragon? Not even a Halb in my hand. He rides Pentagleam, Counterblast, and draw. He calls a Grade 2, and another Grade 2. Another Pentagleam, and East Nuno. We're going to Vanguard. We got Skill. Dropping and place a card on top deck. Probably a trigger, so guard with critical trigger, 25k, just gonna let the Vanguard go through. Ka-chink! Safe! Here comes the rear guard Pentagleam, guard with draw trigger, 15k. And block it! Ka-chink! Safe! Now the final attack from the Vanguard with the card that's placed on top deck, probably a trigger, no guard, gonna take it. Drive check. Over trigger! Called it! 100 million power and she draws a card. Out! Damage check. Ah, not Halb, come on, seriously? Why do all my good cards end up in the damage zone? Stand and draw. Yes, Overlord, finally! Discarding Dragonic Overlord for the right deck cost. I ride Dragonic Overlord the end. Skilled Nihalem. Superior call to the rear guard. Calling. Then I call Red Exert Dragon to rear guard. Call. Activating the Harlem skill. Soul Blast 1. Soul Blast and power to himself and Overlord. I don't have Halb in my hand, so I can't risk reducing my hand so early in the game. Just gonna go straight to battle phase. Nihalem attacks the rear guard. S Nuno, 15k. The attack goes through and pierce. One less rear guard to worry about. Vanguard to Vanguard, 18k. Twin drive, first check, come on. The end, Persona Ride, come on. Second check, something good. Ah, Koga Flan, seriously? 1 damage. Bang, 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 shoot, 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 slash, and ah, critical, seriously, so lucky! Red Exart skill gets power, my opponent gets a trigger. The end skill, Counterblast 1, Counterblast in, discard 2 cards, discarding Draw Trigger, Flare Veil, and Koga Flan. Restand Vanguard, drive -1. Vanguard to Vanguard. Wait, hold on. Vanguard to rear guard, 18k, 1 drive. Drive check. Perfect guard. Where are all my Halbs and Alder Hatchets? 1 less rear guard to worry about, and Red Exart to Vanguard, 23k. The attack goes through. Burn! Damage check. No trigger. This is a rough start. End of my turn, my opponent's turn. Here comes his grade 3 Hexa Orb Sorceress. Skill of Pentagleam, rearranging the top cards of deck. Calling the rear guard. Owain skill. Placing card on top of deck. Vanguard to Vanguard. I need Counterblast to use my DN's restand skill, so no choice, gotta let it go through. No guard. Twin Drive, first check. Heal trigger, knew it. He heals 1 damage. Power to rear guard. Hexa skill. More power to rear guard. Second check. No wait, Owain skill. Even Counterblast and even more power. Second check. No trigger, safe, so 1 damage. Ow! Damage check. No trigger, Burning Horn. Here comes 40k from Owain. I could probably get another Counterblast, but I have no more draw triggers in my deck, so I can't rely on that. Still 4 heal triggers, but should I give up Perfect Guard now, or just let myself take the damage? You know what? I'll let myself take the damage. No guard. Ow. Damage check. Not another hub. I should have blocked the damage. And if their turn, my turn. Standing draw. Another trigger. You gotta be kidding me. Where are all my triggers leaving my deck? Oh, come on. Where's my Arla? There are 4 Alder Hatchets. Not even 1 showed up the whole game. Come on, Persona right the end. Persona right the end. Come on, Alder Hatchet. Finally, Alder Hatchet Dragon. Something's working out. I Soul Blast Nihalem. Soul Blast. Power to Vanguard and himself. Powering up. Then I call to the rear guard. Alder Hatchet Dragon. Alder Hatchet skill. Self-retreat. Adding the classic into Soul. Vanguard skill plus 5,000 power. Drive check cannot be reduced. I have another Persona right in hand, so I can get another Soul card. So moving the Holland to the back row and calling Burning Horn Dragon to rear guard. Call. Not gonna activate Burning Horn skill. That ought to do it. Let's go to battle phase. Vanguard to Vanguard, 33k. Burning Horn skill plus 5,000 power. The attack goes through. Twin Drive, first check. Yes, finally a hull. Second check. Yes, critical triggers. Finally things are working out. Critical to Vanguard. Power to Burning Horn. Here comes 2 damage to the opponent. And bang bang bang, slash slash slash, burn. First check. No trigger, safe. Second check, come on, nothing. Critical trigger. At this timing. Red Exarch skill, it gets plus 10,000 power when my opponent gets a trigger. The end skill, Counterblast 1. Discarding Hall, treat as 2 cards. Discard. Restand Vanguard. And Hall skill, Superior Call from Drop Zone. Superior Call 2. Should I boost my Vanguard or use my boost my Red Exarch? Opponent has 7 cards in hand. I should try to force them to burn out their hand, so gonna call it behind the Vanguard. Here we go. That's then boosted by Hall. The end attacks the Vanguard. 46,000 power. Twin Drive. Burning Horn skill. Another 5,000 power. Perfect Guard. Discarding for the Perfect Guard cost a heal trigger. Twin Drive. First check. Perfect Guard. I can use that. Second check. Critical trigger. Still have a chance. I give all effects to Red Exarch Dragon. Powering up, and then The attack fails, but now Red Exalt Dragon attacks the Vanguard, 43,000 power. Should I use Red Exalt's skill to retire his rear guard? He still has 3 counter blasts, plenty cards in hand. He might Persona Ride next turn, so I should give myself a chance to survive next turn. So counter blast 1, Red Exalt skill, retire his rear guard. No intercepts and no rear guard for next turn. He double guards at 2 criticals, 53k. Now, Burning Horn to Vanguard, 40k. The attack goes through. Boom! Damage check. Yes, no trigger. One less card to worry about. End of my turn, my opponent's turn. He Persona Rides, knew that was coming, and then calling the rear guard, and calling another rear guard. Yes, he has no criticals or fronts to stack to his deck. But now here's the conundrum. I need a counter blast. My opponent has 5 damage, 2 cards in hand. We'll get 2 more cards to drive checks if he doesn't get any draw triggers, so no choice. I gotta prioritize surviving instead of attacking. Perfect guard. For the perfect guard cost, I am discarding Burning Flail Dragon. Discard. First check. Yes, critical trigger. I knew it. I was right to block the attack. Trigger effect wasted, and rear guard empowering skill wasted. Second check. Yes, no trigger, safe. And the attack is blocked. Ka-chink. That was a close one. And my opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. Overlord the classic. It's time to Persona Ride the end. Let's go. Persona Ride! Dragonic Overlord the end. Power to the front row. Draw a card. I drew another Burning Horn. Activating the Holland skill. Soul Blast, the end from the soul. Power to himself and the end. Then, let's see, in my damage zone I have 2 halls, 1 in rear guard, and none in drop zone. I only have 1 Drag Raider Hulk left in deck and 20 cards in deck. Chances of checking in my drop check are pretty slim, so opponent only has 4 cards in hand, 1 critical, 1 Pentagleam, so I should go all in. Then I call to the back row, Blaze Warm-Up Sogil behind my Red Exalt Dragon, and calling Burning Flail Dragon behind Burning Horn. That should do it. Going to battle phase. Boosted by Hall, Vanguard to Vanguard, 41,000 power. Burning Horn skill plus 5,000 power. I have no counter blast, so I can't use my restand skill this time. Perfect guard. Discarding for the perfect guard cost. A critical trigger. Twin drive, first check. Forward all Stargate. Came too late. Second check. And Alder Hatchet Dragon. I guess that's a fine effect as well. Then I have Burning Horn for 29k, Rexard for 28k. If I attack Burning Horn, if my opponent gets a trigger, I can still get plus 10,000 power to pressure him more. So, alright, the first I'm going to boost using Burning Hit Flails boost to boost Burning Horn, 29k. The attack goes through, and burn! Damage check. No triggers, safe, 6 damage, I win. That was a pretty rough fight. Despite some really bad luck at the beginning of the games, I still managed to trout some of the new cards in this deck and make it work pretty okay for this deck. So I got win, attack 4,000 more power, perfect guarded, opponent drew an over trigger, did a Persona Ride, 8 turns passed, did a superior call, and retired 5 more opposing units. I got 2400 VP, total 180,625 VP, pressing A to go next, returning to fight menu, leaving the fight. Here we are in fight menu, leaving fight menu, going back to main menu. Back at the main menu to edit deck menu. With that, deck's been built, Cardfight explained, and I just finished testing the deck out in front of you, so first I want to say is, thank you to the viewers for watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos that I plan to upload in the near future. I'll also be able to show support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my videos and channel. Then that I say goodbye and see you all soon.